All right, let's see if this thing's working. Get this little thing done, and then we'll start. Okay. What's up, guys? Mutviles here, and right now we are live right now on Madden 19. Probably gonna play some weekend league, and we're gonna try and complete Deion Sanders' set. Right now, we're going to look at the team right now because this is another thing I was contemplating on while I was working. I apologize though, that's an hour later because my last game that I was doing ended. I got a Warrior Prince around like 6:30, quarter to 7. After that, I took a shower, and then my internet started giving me a little bit of problems, so I wasn't able to start streaming until 8 o'clock. So I'll try to stream for as long as I can. And again, I do apologize about that, but right now with the team, as you guys see, we do have Donovan McNabb. Pat Mahomes is gone. Other than that, nothing else on offense has changed. On defense, we have Deion Sanders' card powered up to an 88. And really, that's it for right now. I try to do some of the things earlier. Ted Hendricks, I pulled his thing like an 88, but I pulled another Deion Sanders 88 overall. So, right now, we're trying to see maybe if we can pull his card. Maybe we can complete it right now. Either that, what I'm thinking about, because the card goes for 350, and Donovan now goes for about, I'm guessing 570. I haven't checked his price recently. But, you guys tell me, should I complete prime time set and keep Donovan McNabb as well? He's going about 570, 575. Or should I sell both Donovan McNabb and the Deion Sanders piece and just help the team all around and get a decent quarterback? You guys let me know, but we're going to get gameplay with him as well. Right now, one of my friends is online. I'm actually hoping he can come to the party and we can get him maybe to talk and play too. See if he joins. If you guys do enjoy, please leave a like and follow me on Twitter so you guys know what I'm doing. And subscribe if you are new. We're almost at 50 subs, which honestly is awesome, and I want to thank you guys for that so much. And pretty much, we're just here to have fun. That's it. If there's a card you guys want to see on the team, let me know. I will try my best to get it. But right now, I want to see if this kid actually freaking comes. Playing Spider-Man right now. Come on. Come on, boy. Get your ass over here. I want to talk. You know what I'm doing? Here's what it is, though. What are you gonna do? But let me know. Should I keep Donovan McNabb and try to do Deion's set? Or should I just power him up to a 90, get in a regular, like a decent quarterback, and then be able to upgrade around the team? Because let's say if I sell everything, right? It's about 590 I saw when those 3 cards go away, plus the other cards I think is going for 350. I'm going to double check that right now actually. But let's see. I sold it earlier though for that amount. I got 312 back. Yeah, it's 390 right now, 380. If I sell this card and the other card right now, we will have plenty over $1 million. So that's why I'm debating. Should I do that? Because if I do, let's say, get an average quarterback, it's whatever, then I will be able to power up, obviously, Deion Sanders. Let's see. I can power up James Devlin a little bit more. What else can I do? I can buy Lane Johnson, buy Khalil Mack, and buy Jadeveon Clowney until I unlock their elite cards, and then I would sell the 2. And then if anything, we can maybe even complete Ramsey. I don't know. We have to see how it works. But that's what I'm debating with right now. So, right now, before we get into some gameplay, I'm going to do one of the sets right now. You guys are going to see it live. We're going to see what we can get. I'm trying to get them for about 30k each. As right now, I know they're probably ridiculous. But let's see if we can get them. 30,000 coins each is what I'm looking for. Come on. Let's see what we can get. If we can snipe one of the pieces, that'd be awesome. But if you did not see the pack opening earlier, I suggest that you guys go to the channel and check them out. Or check it out. Because we had ourselves some heat. The worst card that I pulled was off camera. It was Ted Hendricks. I'm glad it was off camera. Wow, 33k each. 34. So, I'm really gonna go 34. Yeah, I guess I have to. So, whatever. 34,000 each. Come on. Alright, so we'll start off with this. Donovan McNabb. We're trying to pull 90 overall Deion. I mean, if we pull it, that'd be amazing, because if we do get him, I will complete his set right now. His set will be complete, I will get the rest of the training, and we will have 93 overall power-up Deion Sanders right now. I just need that 90. I was blessed to pull the other one twice. But, I don't know what it is, yo, but everyone's pack luck today is really good. Really, really good. Everyone's just pulling heat left and right. I'm seeing 2 legend pulls. 90 overall Deion Sanders being pulled in like the first round or whatever. That's just how crazy it is right now. I'm seeing like... Honestly, I think the craziest path though would be if you pull Deion and then you pull the limited, like back to back. It's like, hold up. What? What? If you pull that limited, that's about, I think it's 700k. I can be wrong. And then you pull the which one was it? The for Deion. If you pull both of them together, that's 2 mil, without a question. That is 2 million coins. So that's easy money right there. I mean, hell, my goal right now though was to be able to complete the set. I have like 300k, but hey, what do you gotta do? We need 2 more before we can do the first one, and then we're gonna hop into some weekend league. If you guys are just joining right now, we are right now trying to we're trying to kick the stream off with a bang, maybe by doing an upgrade set. And if we pull the 90 overall Deion Sanders before we get into some gameplay, I will go and complete that set. You're at 90 overall with 340, dude. It depends what you got. It depends how you play. Like me, I like having a lockdown secondary and a good offensive line because I can play with an average, like, how can I say it? Ooh, 30K. I can play with an average, like, running back with decent speed and as long as the receivers catch. That's how I play. But you might play completely different than me. You know what I mean? So, where do you feel like you need, like, help? Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Nowhere. Then rack your coins up. Just rack them up. If you feel like you don't need help anywhere else, just rack up your coins for now and just wait for October. Because you got the Halloween promo coming out very soon. Come on, please. 90 Donovan. Okay. That's how we kick it off. 90 overall, Donovan McNabb. That's what I'm talking about. That's the heat I've been seeing all day. So we're going to put him up on the block. I think he still goes for 300. I can be wrong. Let's see. 100% of the 260. I'll take it. How much you spend, bro? Burn a hole. I mean, I spent some money today because it's prime time. I'm trying to wrap my money up, but if it's a player I want, I'm going to open packs. I'm definitely going to try and go after it. And Deion's definitely a card I want. But if we can get him pulls like that at least all day, then we might be able to complete it. So right now, 260K. I will take that. Let's see what we can do. 261, that's fine. It's like, look, I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. At least though with me, I know my weakness is my right tackle on offense and my fullback. I've never used it yet. This is going to be my first game with Donovan McNabb. I literally completed him, and then I had to go to work like 20 minutes later. So I wasn't even able to play with him yet. This is about to be my first game with him. But if you want, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but these are the stats. You got 85 speed, 91 throw power, 87 throw short and under pressure, 88 throw mid, 84 throw deep, 90 throw on the run with 87 play action. He looks good, honestly, though, but if you had to like choose with a cheaper option, I would honestly go with Patrick Mahomes because that's just what he reminds me of, except he's just a little more mobile. But like I said, though, for me, my fullback, my right tackle, are my two weaknesses right now. But with Lane Johnson, all I gotta do is buy his elite card, and James Devlin, I can power him up just one more time, really, and that's it. They should be fine. On defense, I'm literally just waiting to either level up, or if I get his set done, because all I gotta do is just get his elite card and get his elite card, and that's it. So that's why they're that low. But I have 2 users I can have out there, so I should be fine. So that's the way I'm looking. Right now, we're gonna go hop in some weekend league. And I might try that again. Because I've only had... The worst pull I've had was Ted Hendricks, and it went for 45K. So, let's see what we can get out of it. 4 and 6, unfortunately. I said this in a previous video, though. The reason why I benched Saquon Barkley. Because that my 6th loss, that was the game where he fumbled for me, and it was mad crucial. I just hope I don't get hit with some cheese.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside
Ooh, Rice, Antonio Brown, and Honey Badger. Hey, mixed top.
We kept thinking tonight we're going
to
see a couple of very good passing offenses. And we're talking about both
Nab plays good, he stays. If not, I get rid of him. That's it. Plain and simple.
It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Ooh, big hit already.
Where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
See what he's got. Got Cam, Ebron, Odell, Rice, and Brown.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get
nowhere.
Up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
Nice sack. There we go. Honestly good, because I thought I left that other guy wide open.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Newton.
All right, at least I got it. I was about to say I was going to get that pick. Really? Did he really run? I don't get it. Who does that?
Sanders now to return.
Oof. Get off me.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense.
Who runs a Hail Mary on 3rd down?
They've got good starting field position as they
I don't get it.
1st and 10. Here's McNabb.
Good pass. Good play.
Nice gain of 21 yards. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise.
I just want to see how the heck he is when he rolls out.
And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards. Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a blitz coming.
Ooh, come on.
Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got
Can't let him in.
Quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that? But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside.
I know you're slower, Ricky, but I need you to actually step up.
Now with a 3rd and 12.
I think the best running backs in the game right now is either Gurley, Williams, and I think it was somebody else. I forgot who it was.
McNabb. Eluding the pressure right.
Ooh, good catch, Randy.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I honestly thought that was picked. I thought that was picked. Good pass.
From the gun, here's McNabb. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Only 2.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get
Right the
only
gut.
2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him and get a good head of steam going.
Not something I need there.
He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
There we go. Don't fumble.
Here's Barkley. And they'll lose
Nowhere.
yardage here. They go backwards
Didn't think so.
to the 13-yard line. He loses 5
Did not think so.
yards to bring up 4th. Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss,
All right, 3-0.
No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead. They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board.
Let's make that pressure on him again.
Offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple
There we go.
downs, and
Deion locking up, and McNabb just sold.
build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Ebron caught left side.
Good play, Clowney.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And partner, I think that was a great example.
Come on.
Not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn
Leo
it
Mack, good play.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
I would guess that in his headset, he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage. They will go for it. Now Newton.
Oh, come on, Deion. Back on up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this thing go for Sanders.
Good knockout. Deion, good knockout.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half. Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. Flushed out right.
There we go.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Come on right now. Defense to stop right now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he
Good knockout. I honestly thought I could have got that as a pick, but whatever. I'll take it.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball? Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and their defense won the battle. Here's Newton. Steps away.
I knew it. Nice try. Not that time.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
I did not think so.
For them here as they come up 1st and 10.
He was getting ready to throw, but if he let it go, that would have been a flag.
To throw, McNabb.
Right over the middle. Thank you.
Over the middle by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And now he's playing good. Maybe I'll power him up.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Let's go. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right on the run.
There. Oh, come on, Jerry. React, man. Wide open. That was an easy touchdown. He's right there. Just react. Just go get it.
You'll open up the defense.
Saying react. Go get the ball. You're right there, bro. He ain't catching Walker. Okay, what the hell? He was on his D tackle. He could barely catch me, yet he gets off it and he all of a sudden sprints 10 yards. Geno Atkins freaking slow ass and gets to me when he's not being used. Okay. God, this shit's good. I love G Fuel. Why am I getting a delay, yo? Oh, wow, I turned True Clock on like an idiot. That's why. My bad. My bad, my bad.
And just lost track, and it cost him. Here we go. Tryin 38. Now McNabb.
I want to throw it to my outside receiver, but if I gotta throw it to my tight end, I throw it to my tight end.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I have no problem with just dumping it to my tight end.
And it'll bring up a second down.
And that's what I'm talking about, though, if I sell McNabb and Deion. The other Deion, because the 88 right now even's playing really good. Hmm?
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. Out of the gun, McNabb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Newton on first down. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. On first and 10, Newton. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Throw left side complete. It's Walker. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Let's go! What? 90!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's McNabb. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
They run it again with Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to try and throw. Buying time to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 4th down, Newton. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. To the air again, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back now in Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, McNabb. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Come on, let's go.
Now a first down throw. McNabb looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walker, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go. What?
Here's McNabb. And he will have a touchdown. Jerry Rice, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Madden Elites are in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bruce Smith in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now is more and more precious as it ticks. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Gun. Do something.
One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Sanders. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The pitch goes to Barkley. And some space here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Dawkins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
To throw on second, McNabb. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Michael Strahan in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go. Ohio.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Reggie White in there to drop him yet again. And he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks. And it's 4th down. And he's able to get it out quickly. And this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. First down, it's McNabb. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. 2nd down, McNabb. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's McNabb. Walker with a grab, left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McNabb to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 27.
Come on, let's go.
Now a pitch out to Williams. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Come on, let's go.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
McNabb. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
A play fake. Now McNabb. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Out of the gun, McNabb dancing to his left. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Vic now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A second down throw for Vick. Out to his left. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The Madden elite's heading back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And McManus able to put it through. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Bruce Smith able to run him down for a loss of a yard. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning past him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deion Sanders with officially a 103-yard return. And the Giants are in for 6.
Oh, what a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Deion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same week.
Oh, I like that one. Remember, too, the only man to play in both the Super Bowl and a World Series.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it with Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player with 900 or more receptions. Williams. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Madden Elites are in for 6. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now McNabb. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Flushed out right, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 3rd down, Vick. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Now Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Again, it's Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Back now in Jacksonville.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Vick to Barkley on the check down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 20-yard touchdown. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on, let's go!
On the ground, this is Williams. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. To throw, McNabb. Being chased out left. And he locates Walker, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Reggie White in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go!
Here's McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down, it's Williams. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Michael Vick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big we got.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Come on, let's go. Tryin 38.
Right back to him on 1st down. He finds some open field here. 20. And he's taken down deep in their territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
45.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete, and now just 3 seconds left. Look at the clock. Time for one more shot. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Now it's McNabb. He'll buy some time right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Here we go. Tryin 38.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
First throw in overtime here for Vick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Michael Vick. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Bryant's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already...
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice move. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, McNabb. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime. And it took the field goal. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey. Let's go!
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the first time we get a look at the 2011 Hall of Fame inductee and 3-time Super Bowl champ Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowl titles with Denver and a 3rd with Baltimore. I say that's pretty good investment on a 7th-round pick. Also tells you we didn't evaluate him very well coming out of college, didn't we?
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, McNabb. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. McNabb. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, it doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He's also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. The 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, Williams. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Here we go.
Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this will be a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Elites are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z.
Mahomes now to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Room here to run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Left, 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 left.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Shannon Sharp, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here we go. Green, nice.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him well behind the line of scrimmage. Gosh, it's a loss of 17, and it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. McNabb to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's McNabb. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go!
Now they'll run on the draw. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go! Ohio!
To throw on 2nd, McNabb. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Ohio! Ohio!
he'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Ricky Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Ace! Z! So!
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was fourth down, and the possession changes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.